Hi, everyone. So today is November 3rd, 2023, and I just wanted to show you real quick how Amanda Knox and our public relations are revving up again because Amanda decided to file for an appeal and she got it. So now her lying PR agents here are going out there and trying to portray it as Amanda's a victim again of the Italian justice system, right? So they put it out here. So, for example, today, The Guardian here, this was published on Friday, October 13th. So it says Amanda Knox faces new trial in Italy over slander conviction. In the first paragraph, Italy's top court ordered a retrial after Amanda Knox appealed. Okay, after Amanda Knox appealed for the dropping of the slander conviction that she received for accusing bar owner Patrick Lumumba of murdering Meredith Kercher. So she appealed. The Italian, so I'm pointing this out because I'm going to show you in a second here that her PR and how they're lying and lying about this and spinning it to try to make her look like a victim when she's the one who initiated this whole thing. So this is from some place called News Nation. Never heard of it, but let's see, has 1 million followers.
Is going to have to go to trial again in Italy. 16 years ago, her horrifying odyssey began as a student. Never thought I'd be saying Amanda Knox is going to have to go to trial again in Italy. 16 years ago, her horrifying odyssey began as a student when her roommate Meredith Kercher was stabbed 47 times. Meredith's throat was slit, and they arrested Amanda and her boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito. From the get-go, they said they acted weird, and it just wasn't a good trial. It wasn't a good case. They didn't give her an attorney right away. Translation was terrible. They talked about her body language as being so convincingly guilty. Ultimately, they convicted her of murder, but then that verdict was overturned. So they tried her again, and then they convicted her of slander.
See, this is all nothing but lies, and this woman doesn't even know what she's talking about. She's not a professional journalist, you can tell, not even a decent talking head, and she's talking out her butt. Oh, they saw her. They didn't give her. It wasn't fair. It was a mess. Oh no, they didn't like her body language. This woman knows nothing about the case or the evidence. But she's portraying it to people, and anyone who gets the misfortune of listening to this might actually believe this nonsense gibberish from this whoever this person is supposed to be representing. I don't know.
Odyssey began as a student when her roommate Meredith Kercher was stabbed 47 times. Meredith's throat was slit, and they arrested Amanda and her boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito. Well, they said they acted weird.
So first of all, she wasn't stabbed 47 times. She had 47 lacerations, okay?
And it just wasn't a good trial.
It just wasn't a good trial, that's all. Just take my word for it. I'm blonde.
Good case. They didn't give her an attorney right away. Translation was terrible.
The translation was terrible. No, it wasn't. Amanda didn't like her translator, and she's a bitch about it and bitched about her. But there was nothing wrong with the translation. This is such a lie. See, she's pushing Amanda Knox's lies. Amanda Knox is one of Amanda Knox's new lies. She comes out with new lies every year. This one is she's claiming that the translator is terrible.
Talked about her body language as being so convincingly guilty.
That talks about her body language being so convincingly guilty. What? What? This is a joke, but she's speaking about it as if she knows what she's talking about.
Ultimately, they convicted her of
There was nothing about body language on trial, okay?
murder, but then that verdict was overturned. So they tried her again, and then she was acquitted. Then they convicted her of slander because while she was
convicted of slander initially at the first trial when she was found guilty of murder and slander at the same time. So she's always been convicted of slander. But this woman is trying to make it sound as if after the murder trials, which was one trial, had 3 instances because they kept appealing. So it was one murder trial, and she was convicted the first instance. And now she's trying, but this woman, the way she's portraying it, she's trying to make it sound like after the murder trial, then they came after her with slander. It's like, no, she's been convicted of slander since the very first trial.
Interrogated, she signed a statement, and in that statement, she pointed to her boss, and he was innocent. And they say that's.
She signed a statement and she wrote a confession voluntarily.
Slander, and he sued her. And ultimately, they convicted her of slander, and that verdict was overturned. So they're going to try her again for slander.
This is now, look at, now that's overturned. Now so they're convicting her again. She's saying here, wait a minute. She was convicted of it, and now Amanda's appealing it. She just applied to appeal it. So now they vacated it to appeal it, to do a new trial for her because she wants to fight it. So they're allowing her for some reason. I wish Italy should not have given her this opportunity, because I don't know, some people want to rehash her guilty, all of her evidence against her, but she has control of the mainstream media, so it's nothing but a battle. But to have to see this murderer go around and making the rounds in the media again, just to make more millions of dollars off murdering her roommate, it's so heinous and evil. And it's bimbo bots like this blonde, whatever satanic piece of crap she is, that's just repeating the lies. And it's so unprofessional. And I just hope nobody is actually buying this. I mean, it's just, do people actually buy this? What this presentation, her trying to sound like a real journalist? It's just unbelievable.
That's slander, and he sued her. And ultimately, they convicted her of slander, and that verdict was overturned. So they're going to try her again for slander. It's crazy.
No, what's crazy is how inaccurate and wrong this blonde woman is. She has no idea what she's talking about. Oh, it's crazy. They just looked at her body language. Yeah, that's how they found her guilty. And then after all that, they found her guilty of slander. They tossed it out. And now they're going to try her again. It's like, oh my God. Are you really that stupid? They're the dumbest people. So anyways, oh God. Do not believe anything that comes out of these questionable places. Please be very careful what information you read regarding this case, because there's so much garbage like this trying to pass itself off as official news. Just, yeah. I can't with this. This is the second go round with this. This is exactly the reason I'm pointing this out. This is exactly the type of thing Amanda Knox and her PR team did the first time around. They got their pseudo talking heads, brought out their corrupt FBI agents who all attested that they could tell from 3,000 miles away that Amanda was innocent, and the police botched this all up. These armchair FBI agents that could tell right away. I mean, it was just such a joke. The whole thing was a joke, just like this broadcast is with this woman. Yeah, this is Amanda Knox's PR, this blonde woman, whoever she is. But what is certain is that Amanda Knox is coming back. She is trying to push herself back out there again, and she's going to be pushing her latest trial, because Amanda Knox is a one-trick pony, narcissist, psychopath who wants her attention and loves getting people fighting and arguing over her, and just loves being interviewed and making money from murdering her roommate, Meredith Kercher. She is as evil comes. She loves getting rich from murder. That's all I have for you. Thanks for listening. Bye.